Hey viewers, are you a seafood lover? Well, let me ask you a question. Do you realize that the seafood you consume might contain house waste? It is a big and serious problem now because some people might consume house waste while consuming seafood. Now, what if the waste were to contain dangerous substances? Obviously, those dangerous substances can affect a person's health. Waste from human consumption that ends up in the water brings a huge impact to aquatic ecosystems. So, it is extremely important to maintain good habits in order to preserve the ecosystems. In the future, you and I would love to consume better seafood quality, especially in road trips with family and friends. And speaking of road trips, we would like to welcome our special guests, Surabaya's youngsters.
Hi,
Hi, and welcome to Lively Talk. Now, before we discuss even more, maybe one of you guys can make an introduction.
Greetings, viewers. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to be here. I'm here with my friends from Surabaya, Indonesia. Indonesia is a country that has 34 provinces, and each province is unique. Surabaya is located in East Java province.
I see. Now, what exploration would you like to share? Maybe you'd like to share a little bit about Surabaya's condition?
Yes, currently Surabaya's ecotourism mangrove forest is being improved because it can be a tourist attraction and a great place to educate youngsters like us.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's amazing, really, but from time to time, humans seek for efficiency, so they use instant products that are wrapped with plastic. But the problem is that after humans use it, they throw it away, which ends up causing trouble to the ecosystem.
I agree. Due to human activities caused by overpopulation, it means that needs for daily life increases, right?
Yes, certainly. That would cause ecosystem destruction, which are activities like deforestation and pollution. By the way, the seafood case that the host talked about earlier, from environmental health perspectives paper, fishes, shrimps, and crabs contain tiny waste fragments, which are microplastics.
Wait, what are microplastics? Can you girls please explain in more detail for us?
Yes, absolutely. Microplastics are small plastic pieces that are less than 5 millimeters long that can cause disadvantage to aquatic animal life and plants.
There are two categories of microplastics, which are primary microplastics that can be used for commercial use, like cosmetics, and secondary microplastics that comes from larger plastics like water bottles.
Got it. So, how can microplastics be harmful to plants? Because microplastics are normally found in aquatic ecosystems.
Well, microplastics problems was found harmful for plants when Surabaya students volunteered to take off trash near mangrove plants.
And does this activity help to clean Surabaya's mangrove ecosystems?
Yes, in Surabaya there are a lot of people littering, and most of them are plastic waste. So there's a lot of waste in the water that turns to microplastics.
Some microplastics float in the water and the rest are entangled in the mangrove branches and roots. From time to time, microplastics cause mangrove plants to die. Wanarajo mangrove in Surabaya contains 110 particles of microplastics. It was 3 times more than microplastics in the air.
Plastic waste floating in the water degrades through microorganisms such as fungi and bacteria, or degraded through air and sunlight using photodegradation. Photodegradation is using UV sunlight to break molecular bonds of plastics.
But the photodegradation process is quite long and requires the right radiation rate of UV sunlight.
This reminded me of the article that I read before. It states that microplastics bring impact to human reproduction and hormonal systems, such as early menopause and cancer.
Right. Microplastics can break humans and land animals' lungs.
Aquatic animals that accidentally eat microplastics may cause aquatic animals can't grow well and die faster.
Since microplastics are dangerous for the ecosystem, are there any ways to deal with them?
Well, actually, yes, there are two best ways. First, the 3R rule: reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Most of us recognize the 3R rule as a mandatory way to preserve the ecosystem.
But there's a new way to deal with it, which is worms.
Really? What worms? That sounds interesting.
Yes, it does sound quite interesting because waxworm is a type of worms that lives on beehives and they eat wax, but turns out they can also eat a type of plastic called polyethylene, which was commonly found in plastic bags and beauty products.
Because of their intention microbes that can excrete some kind of unknown alcohol after they finish consuming the plastic, if we can extract their gut bacteria allows them to break down the plastic, we can innovate new technologies that can degrade microplastics.
Alright, so now that we know more about the solutions to Surabaya's environmental issue, are there any specific activities that the five of you are doing to solve this problem?
Well, as Surabaya's youngsters, we wanted to reduce plastic waste in daily lives, such as requesting no cultures when ordering food online.
Supporting programs that are held by the government, such as volunteering to clean Surabaya's ecosystem.
Widening our community's knowledge by sharing some facts about microplastics through social media.
Give some examples to people in our community by using a reusable water bottle and straw for everyday use, collecting plastic from any food and beauty products, then sending them to places that can process plastic waste.
Bringing reusable bags when shopping, and throwing any waste according to the type of waste like organic, anorganic, or beauty waste inside the trash bin if any.
And lastly, influence people in our community by having those new habits in their daily lives as well.
Well, these five Surabaya youngsters have certainly done their part. Thank you, guest stars, for coming to this episode of Lively Talk. And now it's time for you to accept this dare from us. We challenge you to limit your use of plastic products and encourage people in your community to do the same. Wish you luck and see you next week.
Bye!
Bye!